guys. Well, today was one of those days where I woke up and it was raining, and it didn't look like it was going to be that much better, and it rained for half the day, and I was driving for some of it, about an hour and a half of it. So since it was raining, I decided it would be a good chore day, and I stopped and I did laundry, and of course I got one of those dryers that would not dry, and I think the main reason was because I had so little clothes in it and it was such a big dryer that it just didn't know. I don't know, for some reason it didn't dry very well. Man, I was tired of feeding it quarters, so now I've got all my laundry kind of laid out here that didn't dry. The t-shirts and stuff didn't dry, and I have a fan on them, kind of circulating the fan, and they're almost dry now. The sun has come out. Now this site has electric and I'm plugged in, and when I left this morning my battery is at 43%, and I've already got it up to 90%, and we'll be able to unplug it soon. I'll be good to go. I'll have a full charge of my batteries, and that'll probably last me the entire time I'm here. Before I leave. This is my last campground in Kentucky, and then I head up to Ohio. So I've got something exciting there I've been wanting to do, a park I've been wanting to go to, and with some really awesome trails. This campground's pretty cool. The thing about this campground, it's Fort Boonesborough State Park, and the main reason I chose it is because I have memories here. My family stayed here a couple times during our camping trips, and I don't know, I just was nostalgic, wanted to see it again, see how it's changed, and maybe just reminisce a little bit. It used to have a pool, and it still does, but I think it's been relocated. I think that there might be I haven't gotten around and walked around yet, but it looked like they might have put a basketball court or something where the old pool used to be. I could be all wrong about this. Maybe my memory's playing tricks on me. But yeah, my brother and I had some good times here when we were camping with my parents, and it's neat to see, and I'm already getting memories that I hadn't thought of in a while, so that's pretty cool. Tomorrow I am going to go check out the fort. I think there's a little trail that I can just walk over there, and that'll be nice. I may do a little putt-putt golf, I don't know, I'm not here long, but yeah, it's just a stopover, and then I'm heading further north. So that is what I would expect from a camp store. They had all kinds of things in there. Not just snacks and souvenirs, but a lot of things you might need, like that you would forget at home or whatever. Yeah, that's a nice store. They have nice bathhouses here. I already went in and checked, and the showers are clean. And I think there's at least 8 showers. 6 or 8, quite a few. And this is the rec hall here. They have activities scheduled throughout the weekends and maybe even the week. Playground, basketball court. I swear I think that's where the swimming pool used to be. Maybe I'm wrong, and I think we've camped back up in there behind those swing sets. When I say we, I'm talking about my parents and brother and I. It's been at least 35 years. So it's understandable that things would change and my memory might not be all that great. But, oh, neat. Good morning. I am headed over to check out the fort today and maybe the River Museum. So right as you come out of the campground, across the street, there's a trailhead that will take you over to the fort, so you don't have to drive over there. Pioneer Forage Self-Guided Trail. It says a half mile to the fort. Clearing cobwebs. My knees are giving me a little bit of a problem. They were aching pretty bad last night, so I'm just going to be trying to take it slow and be very careful today, because I have a lot of hiking still to do on this trip. I have some trails I'm really looking forward to. Pretty little trail. There's some wildflowers, a little creek bed. Shady. It is narrow and rocky, so you do have to watch your footing. I don't think you'd get lost out here. You can hear the highway next to the trail pretty much the whole way so far. Doesn't look like this trail's used that often. Oh. Little footbridge must mean I'm on the right path, I think. I hiked this trail with my parents, but I'm sure it's changed a lot since then. I remember the creek bed, and that's about it. All right, this is paved. I'm here. You can see the fort in the distance there. There's pretty good parking here. I wanted to get my exploring done early so that I don't have to leave the Jeep closed up in the hottest part of the day, because then my fridge has to run a little harder, and it's going to be a hot one. 89, I think. Which in the Jeep, it's a lot hotter than that. I think it's $8 to get in here. Hi there. So this is a reconstructed fort, and it's actually a working fort in that they have a lot of artisans here that do crafts and different things that might have been done back in the day. And demonstrations, reenactments, that sort of thing. I'm gonna start with this orientation just to get to know a little bit of history here.
Last stop, don't forget the iron collection. Housed in one of the cabins along the front side of the fort is the Frank T. Barnes Iron Collection. As its name implies, Mr. Barnes...
Very interesting history. A lot of negotiations and conflict with native tribes. Imagine the courage, though, it took to survive out here. Well, let's start with the weaving room. There are a lot of original artifacts in here. I'm sure some are just period pieces from other areas.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to the tavern.
Okay, yeah, they look kind of more woodworking.
I guess you can buy some of this. Probably spun right during some of their demonstrations. Now I know I have some viewers that are history buffs who would really enjoy this, so I hope y'all are finding this tour interesting. I certainly am, and I'm not that big of a history buff. But I'm into art and artisan things. And yeah, I like this. Super nice guy doing the pottery. Talked a little bit about local clay and told me a little background on him, and just very friendly. I feel very comfortable here. I'm usually very shy, but everybody's been quite nice.
So you're making the handle first?
Oh good, they do have restrooms. I was wondering. Smells good in there. They must add some essential oils to the waxes.
Really? No, I didn't know that.
Some of these are closed. Lots of herbs, which I imagine would be quite important in the day. We got basil there. I'm sure the varieties were different back then, but yeah. Well, I've made a full circle and really enjoyed it. I'm gonna go through the gift shop before I leave. I definitely recommend you come and check this place out. It's very much worth it. So I'm gonna try to find my way over to the River Museum. It's supposed to be near the pool, so if I head back toward the campground and I can find the pool, I should be able to find it. They're giving free tours all day today. The guy at the gatehouse said I could follow this on around and it would get me over to the River Museum. The pool area appears to be closed. Not sure why. Well, that ended up being quite the little walk. So these are called lock houses. And the families that lived here watched over the lock and maintained the grounds. What an interesting life that would have been. I'll let you guys just pause it here if you want to read some of these. That's a neat pump. There's the river.
Keep standing. Oh, that's okay, guys. The white building is that's the original lock office right across from it.
Well, guys, that tour is excellent. It was actually given by a descendant of the family that lived here for many, many years. And he was just a wealth of knowledge and stories. They prefer that you not take video or pictures inside, understandably. So definitely check it out if you're in the area. It's well worth it and so fascinating. I'm gonna walk down to the river. So I think this is a Lockmaster building. I just love how there's so much here that's original. Not necessarily the lock, it's had some repairs and changes made to it. No longer operational, but they still maintain the pools because they provide some of the area's water supply. Kentucky River. Hey guys, we're getting some really bad weather here right now. I'm not familiar with this area. A horn started sirening off. I finally was able to look it up and saw it was tornado or severe weather, like large hail or something like that. Could be what the warning is about. It's starting up again. It started gusting really hard. tree limbs started falling. Oh, you can't see me very well. Tree limbs started falling, and I wanted to bring the tent down. I got everything. When the horn started sounding, I thought, am I going to have to get up and go skedaddle? So I got everything ready to bring the tent down. But then when I went to bring the tent down, what happens is you're supposed to open the doors to bring, or else you get like a vacuum effect, or in this case, when I started bringing the tent down, it started kind of billowing out, and I didn't want to destroy the tent. I tightened the pole up really good that kind of keeps it from closing on you, not that it would likely do so, but I went ahead and did that, and then came down and made sure to stay down here below. Knew I had these cushions if I needed to protect my noggin, and I just waited it out because I didn't know what it meant, what to expect. I watched the other campers. Nobody left. Everybody was hunkered down though. I didn't see a soul out and about, and it's calmed down right now. But yeah, it's an experience that I haven't had before. We don't have alarms down in Florida that I know of. I've heard of flash flood alarms, but I don't think that would be an issue here. I don't know. But yeah. Still raining. It stopped for a little while, but it's back at it. So I didn't get to do my fire tonight, and I didn't get to go do the putt-putt golf. It's just the way it is sometimes. It's been a good day otherwise. Well, good morning. The rains finally did stop last night, and I was able to get a decent night's sleep. I'm leaving here today, and I'm headed north up into Ohio. I hope you'll come along in the next video and explore some more with me. I stopped at the general store over here and picked up an LA. And if you don't know about LA, Kentuckians, especially in the Winchester, Lexington area, are very proud of their LA. That was always the thing to do when I lived here as a teenager in Winchester, was to get an L8 after school. And it's a local brew, so soda. So I'm taking a bottle home to share with Kevin because I've told him about it years ago, and now he can try it, and I'll get to try it again after all these years. This was a nice stopover. It's mostly RVs in here. Now, when I was here years and years and years ago, there were a lot more tenters in these sites. They had the primitive site area over there that was just kind of like a field where you can set up tents, and then the general parking area, but that's not really what I was looking for with the pop-up tent and all. And I was able to get a full charge on my batteries for the next stop. I think I have electric again at the next stop, but you never know. You know, some of these places, you know, the electric just doesn't work, or it's so far away I don't have a cord to reach or anything like that. But you know, the solar's good for at least a couple days, keeping my power bank up to charge. So even if I'm in full shade, I'm fine for a few days. If you come here, I definitely recommend you check out that Lock House tour. I love that. That was a really nice tour, and I wish I could have shown you more of that. The fort is awesome as well. I just really enjoyed that, and the history, and seeing all the artisans display Of course, it's changed a lot today, you know, how they do things, but it's interesting to see how they did it way back then. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll do so. And follow me in my adventures. Bye, guys.